Well, welcome along. The winter weather may be descending on this beautiful Swiss town, but so have a galaxy of stars for the equestrian world to battle for Grand Prix glory in this C1S 5-star event in Lausanne. The course information, Giuliano Vizzani having put this course together. 13 obstacles with 16 efforts, an 80-second time limit. And the riders taking their opportunity on the walk-on to check what is afoot. Chance to test out the strides needed between the jumps. And it's Nadja Peter Steiner who look to try and produce the first clean round. So after 17 events over 4 days, it's culminating in this Grand Prix. 45 riders taking on the course with 2 rounds to decide the winner. 13 riders batted out last year, with Robert Whittaker taking the glory and collecting a handsome reward of nearly 90,000 euros. So far, Nadja Peter Steiner putting herself in a position to try and fight for at least a podium place. So far, successfully managing the course on Saura de Foncombe. 11-year-old chestnut doing the business so far. Looks to be going at a good pace to be inside the 80-second limit. Well, Peter Steiner, the world 103, just dropped out to the top 100 recently. 32-year-old won team bronze with Switzerland. Ended up with 3 bronze overall in Gothenburg. But for Nadja Peter Steiner, it's a stunning start here in Lausanne. Little rub there for Saura de Foncombe. Excellent performance, well inside the 80-second limit. And Nadja Peter Steiner will be back later for round 2. Well, next out, Simone Blum of Germany. World 172, coming in good form. A couple of wins at the German 2-star event, acing Am Cheminci. But more impressively, 3 top 5s and 2 podiums. And amongst that, at the 5-star meet in Berlin. Also produced 2 Table A victories in Gothenburg during the European Championships. Attacking this course on DSP Alice. Coming here with plenty of confidence, and despite the little clip there, the double gate, the barrier remains intact, as does Simone Blum's attempt at making the second round. Well, unlike the jump-off situation, 11 riders will make it through to the second round. Last year it was 13. It looks like Blum will be taking her place in the second round. Excellent performance. The German puts herself in the #1 position. If she stays there, give her some advantage. Going last, second round potentially. The weather certainly increasingly worsening here. Something the riders certainly have to take into account. Lausanne, the Olympic city. Say the Olympic city, not bragging, is a fact. Same way that Paris, London and Berlin are the only capitals of their respective countries. Juan Antonio Samaranch gave the title to Lausanne in '94 as the universal embodiment of the values of the Olympic movement. Still a hugely popular event for the top riders in the world. 5 of the top 10 here, as well as impressively the top 2 ranked in the world. Kent Farrington, Lorenzo De Luca will get their opportunity later on. It's an excellent ride by Werner Muff. No penalties. And he'll be back later on. A man who knows plenty about the Grand Prix here in Lausanne, Robert Whittaker, champion 12 months ago, and looking for a repeat of his stunning second round win. Part of the Whittaker equestrian dynasty. His uncle Michael also competing here. So Robert, the son of 3-time Olympic show jumper John Whittaker, MBE. Impressively enough, is the hero and idol of Swiss rider Werner Muff, who just completed this course without a fault. And so far, Robert Whittaker is following that lead. He certainly has ambitions to have a career anywhere close to that of his dad or uncle. Does hold an odd world record. A record for bareback puissance. In 2011 in Stockholm, he cleared 2.12 meter wall riding Waterstone without a saddle. This far more conventional, and safely through to the second round, where he can attempt to defend his title that he won a year ago. Whittaker and Catwalk 4th, happily through the time penalty. Shouldn't deny him a place in the second round, just going over the 80-second limit. It's the world 59 from Italy, Emanuele Guadiano, taking out Chalou. 8-year-old chestnut, looking to try and help the Italian get round without any problems. Slight improvement in the world rankings. Guadiano up 3 places from 62. He's not out riding his horses. He's actually a police officer in Frankfurt, Germany. Despite that, managing to train for 8 to 9 hours a day, riding up to 12 horses. Fortunately, has made a good recovery from joint ligament injury in February 2016 after a fall during a workout. But this, a straightforward workout.
Emanuele Guadiano
safely through without a fault. It's a burgeoning round 2 of riders without a penalty to their name, as Luis Felipe Azevedo Filho makes his way out. Well, despite being the world 586, actually the highest climber of any of the riders here today. He'd previously been at 1,226. Brazilian, in that sense, looking for a major upset in a field some of the best in the world. So a great opportunity for the Brazilian to test himself. Partnered with Chachito, 11-year-old Bay, hoping to aid his Cavalier. You can hear the cameras clicking on. So he doesn't seem to have taken any focus away from Chacito. In November 2013, he received a commemorative plaque from the Brazilian Equestrian Society and International Equestrian Federation to mark his 50-year involvement in equestrian sport. And still has a verve for the sport. Knocked down there. Frustration. And that could be him saying goodbye to the Grand Prix here in Lausanne. Well, his sons, Luis Felipe Jr. and Luis Francisco, have also competed at the international level, but their father, a shake of the head. It was looking so good, but in the end it's 6 penalty points in total. And it will be the end of the day for Luis Felipe. And Ika Springer will hope to increase the Swedish numbers in the second round as they look for a home winner. Edessa's Basantos, partner in crime today. Certainly hasn't appeared to be a stressful course. There's no real standout disasters waiting to happen. So it's really about control and technique. So far for Springer, it's looking pretty good on home soil. Panting, but word of encouragement as they come into the final leap. Inside 80 seconds comfortably. And an excellent clean ride from Springer. And she will be back later on. So another Italian, Alberto Zorzi, the world number 15, riding on Igo van Orti. Already seen Godiano, his compatriot, move into second round. Can his higher ranked fellow join him there? Well, a rider who admitted he frightened when he started riding, but his brother Gian Pietro convinced him to carry on. And a great example of someone who's managed to overcome doubt to become one of the top riders in the world. In April 2015, Actually moved to the Netherlands. Having previously not really considered moving away from Italy. But he looks at home on the course here in Lausanne. And no problem. Slight clatter there on the last jump, but clean it is, and currently ranked 6 out of those already through to round 2. So Nicolas Fiaparetz of Belgium moves on. 9-year-old Bay Chilly Willy. Looking to produce a clean round. So 15 different nationalities competing here in Lausanne. Majority of them unsurprisingly Swiss. Philippaerts, one of 5 Belgians competing. A former Olympic champion in Steve Guerda, 2012 champion. He finished 4th in defending his title in Rio. None of the Olympic medalists here. Still a tough field to crack. His father, Ludo, is his coach and inspiration. And his father would be certainly delighted with a stress-free round.
Avec Nicolas Philippaerts, qui réalise
safely through.
Du côté timing Longines, championne comme tu le disais.
Can Henrik von Eckermann join him in the second round to decide this prestige Grand Prix in Lausanne? Henrik von Eckermann, a disappointing Olympic Games, 24th in Rio. Despite Sweden taking individual gold in the recent European Championships through Peder Fredriksson. Von Eckermann, who managed to take a medal in the team event, although denied a gold by terrific Irish quartet, including Bertrand Allen here today. And Inkerman and Fredriksson, along with Mary Lou Malin, Bayard Johnson, and Douglas Lindelof, taking that silver ahead of Switzerland. They'll be hoping to pip the Swiss here today. Excellent ride from the World 21. Mary Lou doing the Swedish rider proud, and currently ranked 5th of those through. Looking forward to the second round, where Harry Smulders will hope to join them, the European silver medalist. Sandwiched between Peder Fredriksson and Cian O'Connor of Ireland. The Netherlands with an extremely successful European Championships overall. 4 golds, 4 silvers and 2 bronze across the disciplines. Paradis, dressage, driving, jumping, and dressage. Great Britain topping the table, 6 golds they managed, particularly dominating in the para dressage. It's Harry Smulders of the Netherlands. At the moment, he's looking supremely confident. The 37-year-old with a commendable performance at the Brazil Summer Olympics, finishing 7th in the team event with the Netherlands and 27th individually. But that will be frustrating, just coming into the penultimate jump. And you can see a hand going up to the face, frustration evident. And real disappointment for the European silver medalist, Harry Smulders, ranked 19th. And now it's the world #1, Kent Farrington, who takes to the sand. Amazingly, for a man who's been top of the charts for a very long time, still no major individual medals. Finished 5th at the Rio Olympics, frustratingly off the podium. Although did pick up a team silver behind the golden French quartet. Team bronze at the Worlds in 2014. Not that individual recognition, but he'll be expecting to put himself in contention here in the Olympic city. So far, so good with Dublin, 10-year-old Gray. Well, just, you could see, pulling up there, wasn't happy with the stride pattern. And they've paid a heavy price. There's some coaxing there. And unfortunately, despite splendid finish, it was the triple that's taken the world #1 out. Just that single knockdown in the triple, a big blow out of air. As now Roger Yves Bost takes to the stage, one of the French quartet to take team gold in Rio. World number 85, still going strong in the sport. Impressive longevity with his 11-year-old chestnut Sydney Un Prince, hoping to do something memorable here. Frenchman so far without a problem, little bit of a wobble there. Still going strong. Philippe Rosier, Kevin Stowe, Roger Yves Bost and Penelope Le Prévost taking that Olympic gold. 3 of the 4 are here, only Le Prévost missing. But it's a fabulous performance from Roger Yves Bost. He looks to try make the second round. And a clean round means he will get a second opportunity. Well, Carlos Lopez, the sole Colombian in the field, riding on Capelandra. Lopez back for another go at the Lausanne Grand Prix, having finished 17th last year. didn't make the second round after collecting 5 penalty points. A time of 77.35 seconds. But hopeful of making an impression this time. It's a frustrating afternoon. Started confidently, just starting to run away from him. That penalty. The time is certainly quick. Unfortunately, won't be enough to improve on last year. Certainly improvement in terms of one less penalty point. Ranked 13th currently. There's now Bertrand Allen, once again matched with Molly Malone. He's had some great success, certainly French circuit. Le Ball became part of a very illustrious list 2015 when he did a Derby and Grand Prix double. Now aiming to make a splash here. Coming into this off the back of golden glory in Gothenburg. As I said earlier, team gold with Ireland. A great return for the Irish. And then seeing Cian O'Connor claim individual bronze. It's not going to be his day today. Molly Malone crashing through, and it's really become sloppy through the triple, and it will be a frustrating evening for the young Irishman. Too loose a performance. It's a really disappointing 16 points of penalties. Bit of a surprise there, already world #1. And Ireland's team gold member, Bertram Allen, joining him and being out, but ranked 38th as Simon Delestre strides out on the stunning Chadino 12-year-old bay. Frenchman did compete at the London Games back in 2012, but missed out on the S in Rio. As we know, France taking team gold. So what a boom. If he could get himself in a position above his compatriots who took gold. Boss so far the only one to put himself in contention for the second round. And Delestre aiming to join him. A little bit of a wobble there through the triple, which has been problematic for a few. If you get it wrong at the start, very hard to readjust. But no such problems for Delestre. And he is safely through. And French hopes are given a boost. Simon Delestre currently ranked 4th. So the international jumping competition over 2 rounds with a beautiful view of Lake Geneva as a stunning backdrop for those warming up. And the finalists will be hoping they are fully tuned. Robert Whittaker will lead out, the defending champion. A couple of Italians in, Alberto Zori and Emmanuel Godiano, with French team gold medalist Roger Yves Beauce going out 4th. Simon Dilestre, we just saw, easing his way through. Now, this is where the prizes are given out. And now it's not just avoiding penalties, it very likely could come down to the clock. So how do you balance attacking the clock without taking too many risks? So is the defending champion Robert Whittaker to kick off this second round. A great opportunity for him to set the tone here. The weather's really turned. A reasonable afternoon has turned extremely cold. The wind really picking up. So it's not exactly the exact conditions when the riders and their horses came out before, and obviously a shortened course from the first round. So far, early penalty for Michael Whittaker, putting his chances of retaining his title very much in the balance. And it ends with a 3. So frustrating round in the end. End up being punished there. But the first out, meaning he is currently ranked 1. But shrug of the shoulders there. Didn't seem hugely confident as he made his way around. The clock punishing him brutally. Now Alberto Zori. Zorzi on his horse Ego, and he'll hope that will still be intact come the end of his ride. Alberto Zorzi ready to take his opportunity. Number 15, one of the higher ranked competitors still left come this second round after surprising exits of world number 1 Ken Fountain and world number 2 his compatriot Lorenzo De Luca. But it's Zorzi who's flying the flag for Italy. Emmanuel Godiano will come later, but 43.45 without a fault. And it's Zorzi who has the advantage at this early stage. 11 jumpers in total, with a real cosmopolitan mix of the nationalities. No more than 2 for each. And Sweden with only one. Switzerland, though, with three. And one of those, Jannica Sprunger. Looking for the double clean round. That could put her in contention for the top prize. .43.45 to beat. You can see in the bottom right hand of the screen. Unfortunately, the pressure to beat the clock too much. And with the barrier down, it's now just about trying to finish as cleanly as possible. Still a lot of money at stake.
Elle était dans la même seconde que l'Italien Alberto Zorzi, mais
place or two above, so ranked third at the moment. But that could change dramatically with the rest of the field still to come.
Sydney Prince, Roger Post. L'objectif plus rapide que 43-45, bien entendu.
So 45.43 the time to beat. And it's an Olympic champion to take his opportunity. So the Frenchman is having a little look at the end of the course. A certain amount of time before they have to be starting. Now fully underway. It's a really quick pace from the off. Clip there on the back foot. The barrier not falling means it's still very much a chase against the clock. Well, he certainly won't come away with this disappointed. He didn't give it everything. Well, listen to the scream of joy from Roger Yves Bost. A stunning performance, blasts the time of Italian Alberto Zorzi. Sub 40 seconds, firing the veteran Frenchman into the lead here in Lausanne. Putting himself in a terrific position. It could have all faltered here, though. I think it was the front foot that just clipped the barrier, but it held firm. And from then on, it was really magnificent stuff. Really attacking the last there. Coming at it at an angle, but dominating it. And put himself in a strong position ahead of Emmanuel Godino. And straight off the bat, the dream ends. So difficult to knock a barrier on the first jump. You've got the rest of the ride to go. He seems to have put that frustration behind him to try and finish on a high, and more importantly, in a higher position. 11 riders started this second round. But that opening mistake has cost the Italian dearly. Currently ranked 5th, but his position very much under threat. But certainly confirmed no chance of a podium. The frustration for Italy. Zorzi setting a great time, but is being pushed slowly but surely off the podium if others follow. Roger Yves Bost's fantastic sub 40 time. Now it's Sweden's Henrik von Enkerman. He said a medalist at the recent European Championships in the team event. Taking a silver there. So far, frustrating time for the Swede. He's riding hard, but not in the manner he'd like to. He gets round at 43.39, but the time doesn't count. 4 penalty points hitting him hard. And there'll be no fun this evening in Lausanne for the Swede.
Longines, vous l'aurez reconnu à sa veste H&M qui le parraine tout au long de l'année. Le seul cavalier belge qui va s'élancer dans cette deuxième manche. Il compte sur votre énergie avec Chili Willy Nicolas Philippers, Grand Prix Longines de la ville de Lausanne.
So Chili Willy, aptly named. The weather here making the conditions absolutely freezing. And certainly threat of rain later on, but for now, the riders at least not being asked to suffer that. As Nicolas Philippers looks to bring some Belgian glory. Certainly been a high quality field in this final 11. Not necessarily all the names you might have expected at the beginning. Just not quick enough. 39.27, still the time to beat. Is there someone in the field that's left to ride who can usurp the leading man, France's Roger-Yves Boss? Certainly won't be the Belgian Nicolas Philippers, currently lying in second, but with a few more riders to attack that time. Simon Delestre is certainly looking very comfortable on the track. His team nervously look on. A few grunts from Delestre's Chadino. So far, so good from the 12-year-old bay horse. Now looking at the clock, certainly going to be tight. But he's just been snuck out of it. Well, he looked very close to his compatriot's time. Man who missed out on the Golden Games in Rio for France just misses out to one of the quartet who had success in Brazil. It was very tight though. It's been an excellent run. Just didn't have the juice to overcome Roger-Yves Boss.
Le sans faute le plus rapide à Dublin. Vous accueillez avec Daimler Werner Wolf.
So Werner Muff on Daimler. Trying to bring home victory here. After seeing English success last year. Hoping there'll be some celebrations for Switzerland here. Real squeals there. And just at the end, coming into the final quarter of the race, desperately trying to attack the time, really slammed into the final jump to try and catch some seconds, but the earlier fault means it's a frustrating end for Werner Muff. Well, he really attacked that, but clipped it down, and down went his chances. It looks like so far in sixth place.
Est-ce que vous voulez que ça aille plus vite avec la Suisse maintenant? Eh bien, allons-y avec votre grande championne, Nadja Peter-Steiner, en finale.
So Switzerland's final hope, Nadja Peter-Steiner, who kicked things off at the top of the program, and she once again impressed. Said competed with Switzerland. They won team bronze on Saura de Fontcombre, but unfortunately the good form has run out, and the stride mathematics has just been wiped from the board. Nadja Peter-Steiner will hope to get back into the top 100 after slipping to World 103. And the 32-year-old, after an excellent first round, set the tone. Frustration in the second round, and no success for her or Saura this time around. Unfortunately, when it matters, form went out the window.
Troisième place, quatrième pour l'instant c'est Alberto Zorzi, cinquième Robert Whittaker.
The final competitor who can deny Roger Yves Bost is Germany's Simone Blum. What a chance here for her to attack the course. Blum has showed great pace, particularly in the first round, but in her general form, as I said earlier, 3 top 5s and 2 podium finishes at the 5-star event in Berlin. Really putting her in a good position here, and 2 table A victories in Gothenburg during the European Championships. Further, Jürgen Blum represented Germany in team eventing at the '96 Olympic Games. She certainly have ambitions to do that, and she's showing Olympic style form here. The time to beat 39.27, and she smashed it. Stunning victory. It doesn't get better than that. Last out, but the fastest of the lot. Double clear for Simone Blum over the 2 rounds, sees her take the crown won by Robert Whittaker a year ago. And delight for Germany as Blum pips France. And in fact, France making up the podium. Blum pushing Roger Yves Bost out into second, with Simon Delestre third. But it's glory for Germany's Simone Blum. A quite spectacular ride. And her and DSP Alice can be hugely proud of a fantastic performance and result. So there is the Grand Prix of Lausanne, won by Simone Blum. Roger Yves Bost, team Olympic gold medalist, pushed into second by almost a second. And the final result shown there, the Swiss trio ending up between 7th and 11th, so no home success. And instead, it's Germany and France who are on the podium. 2 and 3rd for France. But victory for Simone Bloom. 2 victories in Gothenburg during the European Championships. And that smile suggests she has a taste for the spotlight. And we'll be hoping to produce more performances of magic like she has here in Lausanne. Well, a brilliant way to finish the weekend. World-class equestrian jumping here in Switzerland. We leave you with the images of our winner, Simone Bloom, on DS. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next year.